I come from a very humble background. My parents migrated from Pakistan, and we have seen very hard days in my school time. And I mean, the dream was to get some job and earn and make both hands meet at that point of time. We were trying to do the best during the school time, but my parents taught me, or rather my father taught me, that be a fighter and don't be afraid and give your best. I mean, the spirit of fighting came from my parents, and I then did my engineering, and then started doing my career as a maintenance engineer. But never thought of how the ladder would go and where it would go. I mean, as the time came in, one day at a time or one job at a time, but trying to do the best and differentiating yourself from whatever you are doing. And I mean, we may have a dream, but the philosophy there was that whatever you do or the job you are doing, make it your passion. So slowly they started, climbing the ladder. And because of differentiating myself from others, became a habit. And I acquired a very a leadership position very early in my life. I became the location head or a site president at the age of 32, 33 in Ambuja Cement, which eventually became a Holcim company, where I got the exposure, global exposure, moving around the geography and seeing how the global best practices are. Then and one day I, took a decision of changing the industry, which was also very brave at that point of time, knowing nothing about the metal and mining, entering metal and mining in 2010, and learning there from others, and they're also trying to differentiate yourself, looking at what the global best practices are, rather than restricting yourself from what is going on around you. So I became the Chief Executive Officer of Hindustan Zinc, one of the most profitable company in the country, and globally recognized as one of the best metal and mining company. So looking at my success, the Vedanta decided to make me the global group CEO of Vedanta. It was a big position. So
absolutely,
climbing up the ladder, never thought of and never, realized that I am going up, but it slowly went up, and God blessed. My parents' blessings are there.
True. That's a wonderful journey. And like you said, you never thought, you just kept on moving ahead. When you say that, when you're up there, people say that, I went on, I did my work. Is there anything special that somebody does to get to the top? As compared to like the others, like so many people, they get stuck in the mid-level. They try to grow, they try to do things, but it doesn't happen.
So you see, each role you are doing, I mean, you make it as your passion, and you try to give your best. I mean, even if you are a maintenance engineer, you look for the zero stoppage. And if you achieve the zero stoppage, that means everybody becomes happy in the organization and the productivity rises. Then you learn few more things, and you embrace new challenges. Every small challenge teaches you, few things, and dealing with the challenges becomes your habit. And when you convert challenges into the opportunities and the success comes, people start looking at you and differentiating, you from the others. And the management thinks that he's a problem solver. If I give him a new problem, or if I, ask him to charter the new path, he will become successful. And when you become successful, the confidence keeps building up, and you start rising up the ladder, and steadily your career goes up. And this is how you become successful in life ultimately.
I like that word that you said, problem solver. A lot of us, we come to work and we just get the work done. But seeing what the problem is or envisioning something that could bring about a change. I think that is where your differentiation lies.
Absolutely. I mean, if we go for a job to earn the livelihood, you will be what
Yeah,
you are in the time to come. If you
right.
make the job your passion and try to bring the excellence in whatever you do, and the success is achieved out of that,
Mm,
uh, you start differentiating yourself from the others. I
correct.
can give you a couple of examples.
Please, yeah.
When here in Hindustan Zinc, I knew nothing about mining. I mean, the junior people, they were my tutors, and I was asking them to teach me.
Mm,
Slowly, I learned. But then we thought that we will make our mines the globally the best mines, most digitized mine,
mm,
technology driven mines. We will benchmark. We will send our people across the globe. We will bring somebody, and put up a center of excellence where the people will look at how the best would look like.
yeah.
And we embraced the word where we brought about 500 experts from around the globe. So
Wow.
we learned. I mean, it's a continuous learning process, and people also start enjoying when new things
Yeah.
happen, things change, success comes. People start, work. People want to work with you. People want to
Correct.
become successful. People want to differentiate, and it becomes a culture and habit in the organization, which
Mm.
differentiates the organization and you and your team from the word, I would say.
Yes, absolutely. I think those are the steps that are so necessary. You have transitioned through various industries, and I'm sure you have taken a lot of risks in your life, right? And you must have encountered a lot of challenges while shifting these industries. Like you said, you had no idea about mining, but you went in the industry. So, if you were to name some, like, say, top three challenges that you felt, what would those challenges have been?
See, I mean, these would look like challenges at that time, at that point of time, but these are actually the opportunities. And
Mm.
the God tests you. I mean, I remember one incident. We were putting up a cement plant in Himachal, and the this was the largest capacity plant globally, and putting up that capacity plant in Himachal, the transportation of material, retaining people, progress was very, very difficult task. And Holcim put it in record that this was the most difficult project in the history of Holcim they have witnessed. But we put up the project before time. The transportation was a big challenge because all the bridges in Himachal are not, passed for more than 40 ton, uh, and you had to transport, many pieces, one single piece more than 100 ton. And
Mm.
I remember one of the piece, 8-meter diameter, a table of a raw mill we were transporting at one of the turn, the way to Manali
Mm.
got toppled from the trailer. Thank God it did not roll down.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it would have killed maybe hundred thousands of people, and what would have happened? But
correct.
It got stuck on the road. The traffic got blocked on both sides.
My
Chief
God.
Minister calling me, and kilometers of traffic got blocked. And you have to deal with that problem. You have to deal with bureaucracy. You have to deal with police. You have to deal with local.
Right.
You have to deal with huge, I mean, a lot of pressure from, and then you have to mobilize the resources and get it resolved in a manner that it is amicably resolved, and to the satisfaction of everyone. So I stationed myself in a tent at that site. We brought around 1,000 people, and made a bypass,
Mm.
a retaining wall we created, and then filled that retaining wall so that the traffic started moving. Uh,
Wow.
looking at the courage we have and the kind of people we mobilized, and the way we were trying to resolve the problem,
Mm.
entire administration and the state, administration came to our rescue, and they were sympathizing with us, and they were giving us all support, and we could have the traffic resolved in less than 24 hours time.
Wow.
I mean, that was one great example where you can manage the stakeholders and take the challenge head on, and become a part of the problem rather than running away from the problem.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
it was such a big issue. So there are few more examples in my life which I can say
Mm.
that these
Mm.
were the issues, these were the challenges at that point of time, but it builds the confidence, number
Right.
one. Number
Yeah.
two, it also builds the trust. The chief minister started knowing me personally, and I could walk in his office after that at any point of time, because he started respecting me.
Mm.
So you are able to showcase your leadership to many other people
Yeah.
and your team, and team starts believing you. And when you are able to resolve such type of issues, the culture of embracing the challenges and converting it into the opportunity
Mm.
becomes the culture of your unit or the organization. That brings in the success. That not only differentiates you from the others, that also differentiates the organization from the other organization.
Yeah, absolutely. That is true. And as we dig deeper into dreaming big, you always spoken about dreaming big. Even when we connected earlier, this was one thing that you had mentioned. And, many people are very afraid to dream big. So, what makes some people dream big and achieve big things while the others still remain in fear?
You see, the fear of failure kills everyone, and
Hmm.
you tend to sit at home and don't take any risk, and
Yeah.
you're not able to differentiate yourself. So dreaming big, I would give one of the example that we made Hindustan Zinc as one of the largest and one of the most profitable company
Hmm.
in the country. So the EBITDA margin 55%, and we are the largest integrated producer of zinc today in the world. We are the third largest silver producer in the world. So you're thinking at a global scale.
Correct.
You're not. I mean, you have a monopoly. We were the only zinc producer and the silver producer in the country. There is there's nobody, or you can have a satisfaction that you are the best and you are the biggest in the country and all that. But if you are able to differentiate yourself by the way of uh, global benchmarking and looking at what are the best ways of doing the mining, you start comparing yourself with the likes of Anglo, Rio,
Hmm.
BHP, and mega players, and and you you look at what they are doing, how they are becoming doing the mining, what are the best ways of doing the mining, and do the global benchmarking.
Turn.
You start dealing with the best partners of the world. Like we started dealing with the Australian mining company.
Hmm.
They were the best consultants and the mine designers. We brought the best contractor of the world at 10 times the mining cost we were paying them,
Oh,
and we
wow.
gave them a small area to mine and develop our mine
Hmm.
at 10 times the cost. We wanted to do it
Hmm.
because we wanted to set up a center of excellence within Hindustan Zinc, where everybody can see that how the
Hmm.
best look like, where their productivity was 7 to 8 times than our productivity. And then
Hmm.
when people look at that, their productivity starts going up. It's a motivation for them. It's a motivation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
That's
then you empower your team for the failures. You also ask them to take some few risks, think best. We made a calendar plan in which all our employees will go anywhere uh, in some of the best operations of the world,
hmm.
uh, and every employee will go once, maybe at least once in 5 years.
Hmm.
And every year we have a business plan where the 20% of our employees will go abroad. But
Hmm.
we will plan where will they go, what will they learn, what do they want to benchmark. When they come back, you listen to them, motivate them. What have you learned? What
Hmm.
support you need? How can I help you? What do you want to achieve? And get a feedback. So it becomes a very positive cycle in
Right.
which people get motivated and you
Right.
become a winning combination and a winning team.
Right. So, with everything that you have mentioned, a lot of people want to get into C-suite roles. You said that you have to be a problem solver. What I also took from you is that you should be able to take risks. You should be, willing to fail and allow your teams to fail. What are some of the other things that you suggest if somebody wants to advance in their career, and especially, I would say, those who are aspiring to get into C-suite roles? What are some other things that you would suggest that they should do?
Now, first of all, I want to correct you that from my viewpoint, C-suite role is not a destination.
Hmm.
Uh, One can
Many people
aspire.
think it is, yes,
It will come. It will come.
absolutely.
You do your best. You give your best on any given day.
Hmm.
You empathize with your team.
Hmm.
You create a culture of empowerment. You celebrate failures if you celebrate success, you should also celebrate failures.
Hmm.
Even if they fail, there is something to learn from the failures
Hmm.
and create a culture where people would wish to behave in a manner which you are also thinking that you should behave.
Hmm.
And it becomes a culture in the organization.
Hmm.
And when you support the people working under you and you want them to rise, then they will push you up
Absolutely.
and you
Yes.
will rise up the ladder. And
Yeah.
and at some point of time, you will become the CEO, you will become the managing
Correct.
director.
Correct.
Not that you aspire for the destination and the success comes in your head. I also normally have been talking to people who come from very good colleges like IITs
Hmm.
and IIMs,
Hmm.
and in their induction program, I have always been telling them that you may be a high-headed person because you think that you come from a brilliant college and
Hmm.
you are different from others. You be a part of the team. Until you be a part of the team, you will not succeed. And you must
Absolutely.
have
Yeah.
also seen that not necessarily the people from these colleges only have become the managing director or the CEOs.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are a
Absolutely.
lot of people
True.
from
Yes. Yes.
ordinary background, ordinary colleges, and they do very well. There are a
Absolutely.
lot of entrepreneurs, including Anil Agarwal, who has never gone to the college, but he is a very, very successful entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And the way he talks and thinks, others are not able to.
I absolutely agree. That is very true. So it's not a destination, is what even I agree. And many people feel it is a place to reach, and there's different things to do. So I absolutely agree to that. Um, Dr. Sunil, what is your one piece of advice to the people, biggest piece that you would say, who are on their journey to career growth and success?
Love your job. And if you have a passion for something and you're not able to get it or do it, develop a passion for whatever you are doing. The success will be.
That is so true. So well you put it. So, Dr. Sunil, we'll move to our next round, which is the leadership rapid fire. Yeah. So, whatever comes to your mind first, I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A must-have leadership quality.
I think empathy, empowerment.
Okay. What's the one thing you wish someone would have told you when you began your career?
If I would have a better financial acumen at that point of time, probably I would have become a businessman rather than a service person. Of course, I would have done service. I mean, thinking that the financial acumen and the technical acumen together makes a better combination rather than a technical
True,
acumen. Of
true.
course, with the passage of time, I acquired the financial acumen and I became
Yeah,
a better leader, acquiring that skill so that ultimately whatever you are doing, important is that what you are delivering at the bottom line.
absolutely. That's true. What's your personal mantra or a quote or a saying that helps you stay alive throughout the day?
I think remain positive, remain energized.
Mhm. Which superpower would you choose? Invisibility or mind reading?
I think invisibility.
You would like to disappear?
No, invisibility.
Okay. If you could change one thing about the corporate and business world, what would that change be from your end?
Bureaucracy.
You just nailed it in one word. So understandable
Take the
for the
decision on a
difficult.
given day and say
Mm,
no or yes to the people. People
yeah,
hate when you don't decide for them.
I
People
agree.
love if you give a decision on any given day. I always tell my team that don't go to sleep till you decide what you are supposed to decide. You never know tomorrow may come or not.
I so agree. Absolutely. In fact, this is something which I really closely believe, and I tell people don't feel that you have a tomorrow and you'll wake up and you'll just go to office. I know so many cases where people, MDs and CEOs, and suddenly they're just not there, and all those decisions, all those things that they wanted to do were just left. So I think you just nailed that so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Sunil, for taking the time out and sharing your insights with us here.
Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank
Look
you.
forward.
And this one's for our listeners. This is Dr. Sunil Duggal and Payal Nanjani wishing you loads of success in your career life. God bless.
Thank you very much.